What's going on, guys? In this video here, I am going to talk about people leaving the church. Um, there are a lot of people who have left the church, a lot of people who backed away, and I think we pretty much know why people have backed away from the church, right? Um, a lot of people have backed away from the church because they realize that it's not beneficial to them. And when you go to church, you got to think about all the hypocrisy that you see within the church. Um, in the church, there are a lot of hypocrites within the church. Um, and I truly believe that a lot of these pastors that preach the messages that they preach, I don't even believe a lot of these pastors really believe what they're saying. I believe a lot of these pastors are preaching the messages that they're preaching because it's all about gaining the money and obtaining a certain lifestyle, obtaining an affluent lifestyle. A lot of these pastors do not care about their congregation, and a lot of them, I don't believe they really care. I don't even think a lot of them even believe the sermons that they're preaching. A lot of these pastors. At the end of the day, it's all about the money. Um, but I truly believe a lot of people have backed away from church because they see that it hasn't done nothing for them. They see that, it hasn't been beneficial to them. Um, when you go to church, if you pay close attention, a lot of people in church are people who are in bad positions. A lot of those people have hellacious lives. A lot of them are in bad predicaments. So you can understand why people are backing away from church. I grew up going to Creflo Dollar, World Changes Church International, and I backed away from church because I started realizing that, a lot of these people in church are not really the God-fearing people that I thought they were. I think a lot of guys thought that they could go to church and they were going to meet this good God-fearing woman, and they never found a good God-fearing woman. Because what I had to start to understand is that these church people are putting on an act. It's just like auditioning for a movie. These people are in character, you know. It's not real. And that's what I had to understand in church. And that's one of the reasons to why I backed away. And then on top of that, you start looking at your life and it's like, okay, I've been going to church my whole life. It hadn't done nothing. It hasn't benefited me. It hadn't turned my life around, you know. And this is why a lot of people back away from church, because they see that it hadn't done nothing for them. They see that they ain't benefited nothing. It ain't turned their life around. No miracle has fallen out the sky. And this is why a lot of people back away, you know. And a lot of those people in church are fake anyway. Those people are not of God. Those people are pretentious. And I believe a lot of these so-called ministers are pretending, you know. I don't think they really believe what they're preaching. It's just all about, obtaining an affluent lifestyle. That's all they care about. Um, you know, like my dad always said, insanity is doing the same thing, expecting a different result. You got a lot of people that's been going to church their whole life and they still bad off. Life still bad, still in a bad position. You know, it's not doing anything for them. So if something is not benefiting you, it's a waste of time and energy. Point exactly. Um, you know, going to church, I used to think that some miracle was coming, that that God had some special plan, that he had, you know, that he had some special, you know, agenda for certain people's lives. And that's not the case. That is really not the case. And a lot of these so-called Christian people, they're not the people that you really think they are anyway. They pretend in themselves. If you was to catch some of those same people outside of the church, you'll see who they truly are. And that's why I backed away from church, because it hasn't done nothing for no one. And matter of fact, it's not going to do anything for anyone. And if you pay close attention, a lot of people who go to church all the time are not in the best position in life. They're not. They're jacked up. And that's why I backed away from it, because something that's not benefiting you is a detriment to you. It's a waste of time and energy. You might as well just say to hell with it, throw in the towel, quit. You know, I used to think that you gonna go to church and you gonna meet some good people to be around. Ain't no good people in no church. Them people fake like cubic zirconia. You know, those are fake. Those are fake little diamonds that they sell at the gas station. Imitation diamonds. Yeah, those people are fake. But I believe this is why a lot of people have backed away from church, because they see that overall it hasn't turned their life around, and they see that it hasn't benefited them in no kind of way. They see that religion, that church, all that stuff, it hadn't done nothing for them. So something that has not done anything for you is a waste of time and energy. That's why a lot of people backed away from church. That's why I backed away from church, because it didn't do nothing for me. And then you start to see the people that's in there are phony anyway. I'm sure a lot of you guys probably grew up going to church. You probably know it didn't do nothing for you. It didn't, no miracle fell out of no sky. This thing of life is not about praying to Buddha, God, Muhammad. This thing called life is all about looks, money, and status. And your genetic makeup determines how your life is going to play out. There is no devil that's working against you. It's your genetics that's working against you. And that's what I had to understand. All of this sitting around praying for a miracle, praying for financial blessings, that's not going to make anything come to you. You have to put in the work. There is no special financial prayer that you're going to do to live, an abundant, affluent lifestyle. There's none of that. There's what you call putting in the work, doing something to get a return. And while I was wasting all that time, and a lot of you guys was in church praying for a miracle, wasting time, you could have been doing something productive to better your situation, to turn things around for you. Let me know why you guys backed away from church, because I know as the years go on, a lot of people have backed away from church. And I think I got a good reason why. I know a good reason why people have backed away from church, because they know it hadn't done nothing for them. It hadn't turned their life around, and it's not going to turn nobody's life around. People are catching on that it's a waste of time and energy, that it's not doing nothing for nobody, and you can pray about something all you want, but that don't mean it's going to turn around. It really don't. And one thing I never liked about the church, and let me know if you guys agree, it puts you in a delusional state of mind. It programs you to defy reality. When you defy reality, that's lowering your IQ. That is taking your IQ a couple notches down when you defy reality. And that's what Christianity teaches you to do, to deny what you know is right. If you know that the sky is blue, but you tell yourself that it's burgundy, that's what you call being insane. That is delusional thinking. That's what the church does for you. When they always said this one thing in church, and let me know if they said this at you guys' churches. You don't look at things as they are. Just analyze that. Just think about that. You don't look at things as they are. That is a insane, asinine mindset. That's one of the things I never liked about the church. If that is not a stupid way of thinking, I don't know what is. But you guys let me know what you think about backing away from the church. because from what I can see, a lot of people who grew up in church, including myself, have endured a lot of misfortune in life. That ought to tell you something. But you guys let me know what you think. Comment, rate, subscribe. I'll be at you guys very soon with more content. Have a good day.